You are falling from the sky. The wind is screaming at 120 miles per hour.
You are strapped to a row of 3 seats, spinning like a helicopter blade into the green abyss.
A single bolt of lightning just tore the wing off LANSA Flight 508. You are 17 years old. You are falling alone. And you are the only one left.
The flight began on Christmas Eve, 1971, departing Lima, Peru, for the town of Pucallpa.
The airline had a terrible reputation. Their safety records were a running joke.
But it was Christmas Eve. 92 people boarded the plane, desperate to reach their families. Among them was Juliane Koepcke, flying with her mother to visit her father's research camp.
20 minutes after takeoff, the plane flew directly into a massive black thundercloud. The cabin began to shake violently. Overhead luggage slammed onto the passengers' heads.
Outside, the sky was pitch black, illuminated only by flashes of bright green lightning. Suddenly, a blinding flash. A lightning bolt struck the right wing, igniting the fuel tank. The wing exploded, and the airliner disintegrated into pieces 2 miles above the earth. Juliane was sucked out of the cabin, spinning through the cold air, strapped to her seat.
The seat row acted like a glider, slowing her fall through the dense cloud layer. She blacked out. When she woke up, she was lying on the wet forest floor.
It was Christmas morning. Her collarbone was fractured, and her right eye was swollen shut. Around her was absolute silence. No wreckage, no passengers, only the dripping of leaves. She was completely alone in the dense Amazon, wearing only a sleeveless mini dress. She had lost her glasses, making her nearly blind in the dark jungle. She called out for her mother. She searched the immediate area for hours. No answer. But Juliane possessed a secret weapon. Her parents were famous rainforest biologists. She had spent years at their research station, learning the rules of the jungle. Her father's most important lesson was simple. If you are lost, find water and follow it downstream. Water always leads to streams. Streams lead to rivers, and rivers lead to people. She found a small, muddy trickle of water on the ground. She began to walk. The forest floor was thick with thorns. She waded in the water because it was safer than the shore. She heard rescue helicopters thrumming high above the canopy. She waved, but it was useless. The leaves were too thick. To the rescuers, the jungle was a solid green wall. She was invisible. She found a small bag of sweets in the debris. This would be her only food for 11 days. The trickle of water grew into a shallow stream. She walked in the center, cuts stinging. The stream merged into a wider, muddy river. The current was strong, carrying her along. Huge caiman crocodiles lined the banks, watching her float by like a piece of wood. Piranhas swam around her legs. She knew they only attacked if they smelled fresh blood. By day 4, the heat was suffocating. Swarms of flies bit her open cuts. She could not sleep. The insects crawled over her face in the pitch-black nights. She found the wreckage of another seat. Beneath it lay the bodies of 3 dead passengers. She realized her mother was likely gone forever. Grief hit her, but she did not stop. The hunger was agonizing. Her sweets were gone. She drank river water to fill her stomach. By day 9, she felt a throbbing pain in her shoulder. A cut had become infested with blowfly maggots. The maggots were eating her flesh alive. She could feel them moving inside her arm. She remembered her father treating a dog with a similar wound. She needed gasoline. She stumbled upon a small, abandoned boat on the riverbank. Next to it was a can of fuel. She poured the gasoline directly into her open wound. The pain was blinding. The maggots began to crawl out to escape the fuel. She pulled them out one by one. She counted them. 35 maggots. She cleaned the wound as best she could. She lay down in the mud, shivering from a high fever, wondering if she would die. On day 10, she spotted a small wooden shelter on the riverbank. It had a tin roof. She crawled inside, shivering from fever, and fell asleep on the floor. The next morning, 3 local lumberjacks arrived at the shelter. They were shocked to see her. They believed she was a water spirit. She explained her story in fluent Spanish. They treated her wounds, gave her food, and took her down the river in their boat. Juliane was taken to a local hospital. Her father flew in immediately. The reunion was silent. They held each other and cried. She had survived. Of the 92 people on board LANSA 508, Juliane was the only one who lived. Her mother's body was found days later. She had survived the initial fall, but died of her injuries. Juliane went on to study biology, returning to the same jungle to research bats. Nature does not care who you are, but sometimes it meets someone it cannot break. Survival is not just luck. It is the intersection of preparation and opportunity. Juliane did not panic because she knew the jungle was a system with rules. She knew which fruits were poison and which bugs to avoid. She knew that crocodiles do not hunt in the deep currents, so she stayed in the deep water. Every decision she made was calculated, even when her body was failing. The lumberjacks who found her originally thought she was a myth, a ghost of the river. Her story spread across the world, capturing the imagination of millions. Werner Herzog would later make a documentary about her, calling it Wings of Hope. He was supposed to be on the same flight, but missed it at the last minute. Fate is a strange, unpredictable line. One choice changes everything. Juliane's memoir became a testament to human resilience. She wrote, "When I fell from the sky." Her father's research station, Panguana, still stands today in the Peruvian forest, a place dedicated to understanding the very ecosystem that tried to claim her life. The forest remains silent. Its leaves still drip with rain. And the sky above remains vast, carrying the stories of those who fell and those who walked out. After all of this, we are still here,